been about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcats offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Off play action on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sims. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Bearcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bearcats. Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. On 1st and 10 from the 38. To the ground. He's got it again. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete to the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Booker. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, MTSU. The extra point here would tie the game.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking for a crease to the left. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Here comes the heat. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defenses. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Extending the play. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given...
Touchdown, Blue Raiders! Fit it in the window for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. It's complete on the right side. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. A great catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught behind the line. It's Sims. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The run from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Pass the 10. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, you throw at him at your own risk. Like, you want to direct the football in the air towards him, he makes plays consistently. That's number 9 on the season. 9 INTs. This dude's making plays.
Dropping back, it's Booker. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Touchdown, MTSU. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on.
There he goes! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds this big tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. That's reeled in, it's Sims. And this one will be stopped for no gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Irvin. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Might as well give it to him again. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Leaves it with the back. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Booker. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, alligator arms. I know you're running over the middle of the field, but do your quarterback a favor and just make the play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Turning it on. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Looking downfield on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Sam Houston. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Booker. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Offside.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. The throw to the outside is complete. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab right down the middle. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? He might want another play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. A strike downfield. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. To the air, it's Booker. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bearcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Sims. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying play action. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense set for a first down play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Looking for room at the 40. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They're going to run it to the right. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, MTSU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the left. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
And the Bearcats will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's got it. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Past the first down marker and still running. He's into the open down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle. It's Sims. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wide receiver going in motion. Reads it, fires complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. It's a draw. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have...
Touchdown, Middle Tennessee! Once he got some room, it was over.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Rushes on him. Finds some fresh air. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here on 3rd down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Gets away from one. He's got space. He's loose down the middle. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires left. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Gives it on the option. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Bearcats send out the punt unit.
Number 2B in punt formation to kick it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should...
There he goes. Past the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator.
Bringing it back. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. On the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the move, it's Newton. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. After losing yardage on those last 2 runs, you know they've got to throw it here on 3rd and 15. Release to the back. It's picked off, and another empty drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against